Hi everyone, good evening. Miki Jacobs here. Thank you very much for joining me and tuning in to Angel Chat. As always, I greatly appreciate it. Filming today at 7 in the evening. So although you see the sun, it's a beautiful evening here in Southern California. And in the background, hopefully you see my non-human kids, my beautiful horses. So today I'm going to talk about soulmates, which is a very, very popular and kind of a misunderstood topics. And what I'll do, I'm going to include a lot of questions and a lot of kind of confusion that the phrase soulmates have been presented to me over the years in my line of work. So I will try and cover everything. And again, I do not think that I'll be able to cover everything in the 15 minutes. So we might need to do 2 parts for it. So soulmates kind of connected to the incarnation concept that I explained to you last chapter, which of course everything on planet Earth is designed by our soul, the big event. Such as, obviously, remember I described to you that every big event, where we born on planet Earth and to what family we belong to, and any marriages and divorce and even illnesses are part of the soul incarnation, as well as throughout the journey. Remember I explained to you that our soul kind of in a constant contact, if you will, with the higher self, which is the energy that resides in the body while we are in our earthly incarnation. So soulmates is not what people think, or rather what human beings kind of make it to be over the eons of lifetimes that we are here on planet Earth. It is not an intimate lover that come to our life in just the best of timing, and he usually is kind of like, like mystical lover on a white horse with a rose, that would kind of live happily ever after, as if it's kind of a part of a novel story or a book. Soulmate, the phrase soulmate mean that the soul have a contract with another soul in order to, meaning the contract include both souls to come to planet Earth together and experience life together, experience usually its challenges together, again, in order to grow, which is, you will hear me always repeat that over and over again, that as to why the soul is here. So, soulmates is, again, so it's not necessarily, because it has to do with a contract that we have with another soul on planet Earth, it doesn't necessarily have to be an intimate lover. Soulmates then could be a parent or a good friend or sibling. It's anyone that the soul is coming to planet Earth over reincarnation again and again and having contracts. So that really is what soulmate is. So a lot of people come to me to reading or, throughout the work, and they tell me, well, Miki, where is my soulmate? Or where is he? When is my soulmate going to come? Not realizing that their soulmate is, again, not necessarily someone that they will meet as a life partner. It could be, of course, soulmate could be a life partner or an intimate lover or a partner, but sometimes a soulmate can be, as I said, a family member. So what I would like you to take from that soulmate is just a contract that we have with another soul, another human being soul on planet Earth, that the detail as to the relationship between those two souls are written, so to speak, within the incarnation blueprint. Remember when I told you, when I say blueprint, those are the detail of an upcoming journey on Earth. So that's, first of all, is important to remember that soulmate, again, we don't have one soulmate. We can have numerous soulmates. Our intimate lover, husband, partner can be a soulmate, as well as one of our parents, or both parents, or a close friend. So soulmate usually does not include one person with whom we have a contract with, and usually it doesn't have to be just an intimate lover. So that's something that there is a misconception about the phrase soulmate. So for once, it's kind of important for you to understand what soulmate is. So the main people in our life, the major people in our life, the people that influence us, again, which would be against like parents, or people that close with a sibling, or obviously someone that we married, or those are the relationship with a soulmate that the soul grow through. So obviously an intimate relationship is our soul favorite way of growing on planet Earth. For those of you, which most of us, obviously, when we have another human being as an intimate lover or someone that we live, or a partner, life partner, there is a lot of growing to be done. Obviously, a lot of experiences, a lot of lessons, and they're not all easy. Of course, marriage is hard, partnership is hard, which is, again, remember when I told you in the incarnation how much our soul on planet Earth loves challenges, because through challenges, that is how the soul grows. So soulmate, whether it is a partner or any other form of a soulmate, is there for both soul, not one side, but for both soul to teach each other. So what do you want to do with this information? Now you understand that soulmate could be the one that you married to, the one that you live with, or a family member. What do you want to do with that information? How do you want to apply it to your life? First, you want to understand that the person that is more influential on your life, usually it is within an intimate relationship or partnership, but even if you feel a close relationship to your mom or to your dad, sometimes we do that, or to a friend. How many times we say friends are kind of sometimes stronger relation or connection than family? It is true. So you kind of look at your life and you sense and you feel the close relationships that you have to either, someone that you live with, or someone that you just met, or to parents, or to your children. Of course, that even a children, those are not your children per se. You brought them to the world, but of course they have their own soul, their own plan, their own journey. So you can indeed be a soulmate with your own child. So you look at all the relationship in your life, and what you do is like I teach you with every chapter in Angel Chat, is you think about it from the perspective of spirituality, from the perspective of the soul, and you learn from those relationships. You study those relationships, especially the weaknesses. So if we take the example of marriage, for example, what you want to do is you want to look at your weaknesses. You want to see of the relationship, what it is there that you're supposed to learn. The way souls learn from each other on planet Earth is a relationship, again, whether it is an intimate lover or any other soulmate relationship. The relationship reflects to you what it is that you're supposed to learn from. So therefore, you watch the other person and see what it is that you weaknesses that you see in them. The weaknesses that you see in them is precisely what reflect back Elliot is kicking me, is precisely what reflect back to you, which is what it is you're supposed to learn from. So a lot of time for those of you that married and for those of you that in a relationship, how many times it's kind of bother us what our partner does, or what it is that we try so hard to fix in our partner, where in truth is it something that we should fix ourselves? So soulmates on planet Earth are crucially important to our journey of the soul in order to grow, and you need to examine the relationship. You need to to be authentic about it, about yourself, and you need to see why it's something that bother you, certain things in your other soulmate or the other person bother you so much. And if you think kind of deeply and authentically, you're going to realize that those are things that reflect on you, that you're supposed to actually grow from, and you're supposed to fix within yourself. Fixing the self first, that of course is a spiritual concept that you cannot change or manipulate anybody to change. This is not a cliche phrase that, you're supposed to help yourself first. You do supposed to help yourself only. You can advise other people, you can advise your soulmate or your people close to you in life. You can tell them once or twice what is your opinion, and then you actually must back off in order to give them the time, give them the space to grow. So again, the more you view your relationship in life as a spiritual opportunity, as to why the soul come with those souls on planet Earth to learn, you'll be able to understand that we are all here together. We are all here together in order to grow. A lot of people also ask me, are all relationships soulmates? Meaning, if you go tomorrow and you meet someone over lunch, are they soulmate or not? So what I answer to them is that no, not all intimate relationship or not all relationship are soulmate relationship. A lot of relationships are based on ego. They are ego relationship, as I like to call it. And that's based on just our ego, our personality. A lot of people get together because of maybe loneliness. A lot of people maybe get together because the other person is just fun, or perhaps they have money. Unfortunately, a lot of people got together on planet Earth because they do not want to be alone. So there are relationships that are not soulmate. There is no contract between them, between the two people, between the two higher selves that reside in the body. Now, how do you know that? Lead with it. Again, be authentic with it. Understand what it is, the attraction that got you towards the other friend. Again, if it's an intimate lover or a friend, what is it? The more authentic you are about yourself. I mean, if you obviously know about yourself that you look for another human being in your life in order to perhaps provide you with money or for any other ego reason, then if you're authentic with yourself, you know that this is an ego relationship. A soulmate relationship would be kind of an attraction, an immediate attraction, not necessarily physical attraction, although usually that is the case as well, because we have physical body, but you would have an attraction, you would have a connection with the other person. Soulmate relationships are extremely powerful on planet Earth. Are all people around us have contract with us? No, not all people around us have soul contract with us. Although a lot of those people, the soul, our soul, their soul chose to be together, but it's not a contract. Meaning contract, there is major lessons that both souls agree to learn from each other and grow. So remember when we were talking about incarnation, that a lot of the big event kind of pre-designed by the soul, but other events throughout the life kind of appear to us or navigate toward us, including other people, in order for us to grow for maybe a shorter period of time, maybe a certain experience. So that's what I mean by soulmate relationship are kind of a little bit more stronger, meaningful, deeper. Usually they go longer than just relationships that are there for you to grow, but perhaps for a shorter or not as big lessons for the soul. So I'm running out of time again. So let's go ahead and continue that on part 2, and I'll sum up the topic rather, about soulmates. So I'll see you in a bit for soulmate part 2. Thanks a lot.